welcome to the next check-in day. And I would say the day, but I've lost track of the days and we're not even a weekend. But it has been a long week. I feel like every week is a long week, but this week has been a long week. So I am planting seeds. This is very late. We are on, what's today's date? April 11th. Yeah. This is a very late date to be planting seeds for my cucumber and zucchini. I should already have them well established because especially zucchini, you're better off, at least in my area where we have a bad problem with squash bugs, if you can get a crop in really early before the squash bugs really get going, and then do a second crop after the squash bugs, so kind of like between their two like hatching phases. I'm not going to accomplish that this year, so it's fine. So I have already labeled my plants. So this is what I have them going in, and I just had this. This is a basic Miracle-Gro, their organic potting mix. It's just very much, it's like a type of mulch almost. But I really like it for starting most of my seeds. I know it's bigger and chunkier than what they usually recommend, but I actually haven't had a problem. I just barely cover my really tiny seeds, and then I top all of my seeds, even if I cover them with soil, I top it all with a good layer of vermiculite, which helps to hold in moisture, helps to keep the fungus from growing on top, that green fungus that you can get. So I'm going to plant a couple of these, and I'm actually going to show you the method that I'm using, one of the 3 methods that I use to start seeds, and that is a big plastic container. Because now the nights are going to progressively be getting warmer, we're going to be going into the 50s. I feel like for these, it'll be fine to have them, sorry, I completely lost my train of thought, to have them start in there versus inside under my heat mat. If it was going to be cooler, I have a heat mat that I keep inside that I usually start even just to get things really started, and then I might put them out in that outside growing setup, but I think it's warm enough that these will be fine. Sorry, I didn't realize that I only had 4 of those. That is a Buy It Alpha cucumber. I get a lot of my seeds from Baker Creek Seeds. Kind of pricey, but I like how they have a lot of different varieties. They have free shipping, which is pretty awesome. So this is, and let me just show, all I'm doing is for these types, these seeds are so big that I'm not too delicate with them, but I'm just kind of using my finger to push it down into the soil, make sure it's covered, and then again, I kind of rely on the vermiculite to help hold in a lot of that moisture. So I have not actually had a huge amount of success getting this one to germinate, so I'm curious how this is going to go. And it's not because of my germination method. Thank you. I've tried many different ways with these. This bag of seeds is, all right, for last year, so not too new. All right, so I've planted those 2. I have Boston pickling cucumbers. So all the ones I'm planting today are all cucumber and zucchini. I've already started all of my peppers, tomatoes, squash, winter squash, summer squash. Well, not summer squash because that's zucchini. So I guess most of my winter squashes. I have some flower seeds I've already started. It's just somehow when I started all of those, I kind of must have forgotten about cucumber and zucchini. So I am just going to fill in, because I didn't have enough to fill in that 3rd spot in here. And last but not least, we have the, oh sorry, yeah, that was Boston pickling. I think I said it. I feel like I'm a little spastic. I'm sorry. We have the Black Beauty. This is a summer squash or zucchini. Let's these in here. I'm putting 2 per, so this has like the bigger rectangular. I'm putting 2 per, and actually this one I'm just going to put 3 in one because I only have 1 of these seeds left. But I don't mind doubling these up because I tend to mound up the soil and then plant a few of them all together. So I don't mind that these are going to share, so I'm not planning on separating them. Well, there we go. That at least 3 empty. I will still eventually plant these other ones, but I want to show you guys the setup that I have for the seed starting. So let's head over there. Okay, it's as simple as that. I put these in here. I'm just gonna put some water and water them from the top as well as from the bottom. I need to clean this lid because it's gotten a little bit dark, and I do want to get it clean so it's a little bit clearer. But I find that even though this isn't perfectly clear, it provides enough light that my seeds generally do a really good job of germinating. One of the other methods I use this year is the milk jug method, which I also really like, but I don't like having to deal with taping these and messing around with all that. Whereas this, I can just put them in, push the lid down, make sure they get water, they're out in full sun, and I'm good to go. So that's it, as simple as that. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please take a minute to like the video, subscribe. I'd love to have you around to follow the rest of my journey. I hope you have a great day.